Hello, greetings wherever you are listening to this broadcast from. This is Senbiance VIP Magazine, VIP TV, first edition of sports program. And my name is Seedou Sanneh, giving you all you need to know as far as Gambian football, Gambian volleyball, and Gambian basketball and other related sports are concerned. First, we look at the headlines making stories in the Gambia. COVID-19 has affected our strategies and plans of bringing back basketball leagues and high school basketballs. Mohamed Njai, new Secretary General of Gambia Basketball Association, in an effort to revitalize and bring back basketball, he said in an exclusive interview. In volleyball, Gambia Volleyball Federation benefit from new outdoor volleyball facilities. The Gambia Volleyball Federation is in celebration as the Federation of International Volleyball FIVB supported them with a new modern outdoor volleyball floor as part of its supporter members association. Still in the news, in football news, West Coast Regional Football Association has declared its football league null and void, in line with the Gambia Football Federation nullification of all leagues in the 2019-2020 football leagues. Real de Banjul Football Club has rejected the Gambia's Football Federation's decision to represent the country in the next season's CAF Champions League. In another development, a 19-year-old Sanneh Kanye expressed his passion to one day become the president of Gambia Football Federation, although he has never kicked a ball. This and many more stories will be discussed in tonight's news. First edition of news in Senbiance VIP Magazine, VIP TV. My name is Seedou Sanneh, giving you all you need to know as far as football and other related sports is concerned. We start with our first news story tonight. COVID-19 has affected our strategies and plans of bringing back basketball leagues and high school basketball. Mohamed Njai, Secretary of Gambia Basketball Association, in an effort to revitalize and bring back basketball leagues after the outbreak of global pandemic. The Gambia Basketball Federation has plans ahead to start with the basketball summer camps. Hence, the leagues cannot be played in the rainy season. Let's hear more on that story from the Secretary General of Basketball, Mohamed Njai, alias Jim.
Yeah, before the COVID-19, we are having series of meeting of planning and then trying to set up strategies and then bring up our league and then high school basketball. But then all of a sudden the COVID-19 came and then we have to receive a letter from the National Sport Council, which is very true and which is something that we should all respect and do, that is suspending all sporting activities until further notice. And then we decided to do that whilst we have our meeting planning on after the COVID-19 what to do. But right now players are frustrated, and then I can understand, because young people, if you stop them from playing basketball or sport in general, they get lazy, and when they get lazy they complain a lot, because sport is what they love to do and is what they enjoy. So but what I'm going to say there is for them to be more patient, and then let us wait for the authorities who are responsible, the Gambia government and the National Sport Council, because we are all under National Sport Council. So whatever they decide after the COVID-19 or after the state of emergency, then we will go ahead with our plans and then revive basketball again. Yeah, after basketball, after the COVID-19, maybe after the state of emergency, we will go straight into the rainy season, and then we cannot play basketball in the rainy season. We can only play basketball after the rainy season. So if the National Sport Council allow sport to resume, we might start with camps first. Those camps will be organized by the Gambia Basketball Association, and then we might start also some trials trying to select a national team, just for a time being, not to go and compete, but for them just to know that this is where we want to go, because we cannot have a national team if we don't have the league going on. Then by October, when the rainy season is gone, we will start our league, and then we will start also the high school basketball league, and then other leagues that other tournaments that we want to do, which have to do with basketball, and then it will be named. I don't want to say those plans right now because, Gambia, but we have a lot of things in line that we want to do. But then our league, our national league is number one on the list, and then we're going to make sure that immediately after the rainy season, we start that. Yeah, we will contact all the coaches for them to resume practice again. When they resume their practice, as time goes on, we also work on trying, because one thing we want to do is to have a piece of land where we can have an arena. And if we have an indoor arena, then we can play basketball even in the rainy season. But immediately, I know if the state of emergency is finished, then it's going to be difficult for their normal practice, because it's going to be raining by the time. It's going to be June, July, August, and September. It's going to be raining. So some days it will not rain, some days it will be raining. So it's better for them to resume practice. But then I'm not sure if it will be effective. But then immediately after the rainy season, basketball will kickstart, and then everything will go as planned. And then Gambia will start maybe going outside for international test games. And then, yeah, you know, a lot of Gambians are playing sports really have hope in making it as a professional. So these people, the likes of Sona Kamara, who did his basketball career in Denmark and now coaching Karim Jallo in Bayern Munich, yeah, Kamara, who was just drafted into the WNBA. And then you have Dennis Kruger over there in the NBA, Oklahoma City. All these people are people that we can use. All these people are people that we can use to inspire young people, and then to give them hope that we can, to give them hope that we can change basketball, that they can get the opportunity to follow their education and then play basketball. They can get the opportunity to make it in life. So that's why it's important that we come up with camps in the summer, because normally those people have free summer that they can come and spend 5 days with these girls and boys, play basketball, and then send out some messages, do some drills, and then explain to them how, like their story, how they work very hard to get to where they are today. These things will inspire young people here for them to keep it up, work hard, especially in school, which is very important, because education is number one. If you make it in school, if you work hard in school, play basketball, then inshallah you will get an opportunity to make it in the game. Yeah, Seedou Sabally have Gambian connection, and then the father is from here, and then he used to play basketball here at the stadium. Yeah. So it's just a matter of getting in contact with her. And then, because I know he will want to visit, because his family is here. He was coming since she was young. So I know if we reach her, and then she will want to come and then have a clinic or basketball camp with these kids. And then especially the girls, you know, young women inspiring another young woman. So it's very important. And then after the COVID-19, right now, she is focused on her education too, because she's going to school still now online, and then doing her individual practice and other stuff. We reach out to her and then make sure that I'm not sure if it will be possible this summer, because we don't know when the COVID-19 will really end. But as soon as she get a free time, maybe she can visit, and then we can organize a huge camp for her and the girls. Finance, that's number one problem. And then our basketball courts are not okay. We only have one court that is very much in good shape, that is the Independence Stadium, and it's not even standard. So one thing also we wanted to do is to try and upgrade other courts that are in the communities. Because if you want to develop sports, you have to take it back to the communities. That's where it belongs. People in the community should take ownership of the teams. But then if they cannot do it when they don't have proper basketball courts. So that's one of the things that we want to do. The present GBA inherited a very bad system. Not like a bad system, but a system that is not helping at all. Still now, we don't have our official email address that was there before. We don't have our bank details. The change of signatories are not done. So these things are problems. We wrote to the National Sport Council, we wrote to the former executive to change the signatories, but they refused, and then we hope they will come in agreement with the National Sport Council and decide to change the signatories. There are a lot that is affecting us right now, but we cannot do it. We cannot fix it now without the help of the National Sport Council and then the ministry. So it will be very important. I hope this interview reaches them, and then they they can do something about it. But it's not easy for us, and it's not easy for the players. Basketball belongs to the Gambia. Basketball belongs to the young people. It's not the former executive doesn't own basketball, so they should at least try and then do what they're supposed to do, because it's also a criminal offense having been a signatory to an account when you are no more part of the executive. But then we cannot take basketball matters to the civil court. We have to go through the right process by National Sport Council and then the ministry. So I hope they fix it as soon as possible. Yeah, we have been in contact with people that we know abroad, because for Gambia it will be difficult for us to get that. So we have in contact with people that we know abroad, and then we have a basketball representative in the States, which is a Gambian, Usman Salah. He also been going around talking to people, like institutions that can help renovate these basketball courts. And then as soon as those plans come, those plans happen, then inshallah we can renovate these courts, which is very important, especially the courts in the provinces like Jara, Soma, Bansang and Pase, because they are part of the game and they are part of basketball. There are kids playing basketball over there, so we need to upgrade the courts there and then help these kids play basketball. To be honest, they are the ones motivating us. To be honest, these teams are the ones. You go to a basketball court, you see a lot of young people playing without even a proper basketball shoe, with a good court, and they are still playing. So if you are part of the executive, if you visit those courts and then see what these kids are going through, then you have to tighten your belt and then make sure you do what you're supposed to do to help grow basketball. Because if you grow basketball, those kids will grow. What I will say, we'll go to the ministry and then GNOC and then National Sport Council. Sport is one avenue that can change the life of young people in this country. Whatever we are doing, let us know that we are doing it for these kids. Let us not do it just for the sake of our position or something like that. Let us do the right thing all the time. National Sport Council is doing an amazing job with sports. GNOC is doing an amazing job in sports. We have seen the recent development in sports, GNOC under the ministry. So we thank them all for doing this, but we also encourage them and then tell them to help us with the situation of basketball right now, because things haven't changed. Although the executive changed, but things are still the same because of what we inherit from the former executive. They are not willing to let it go. They are not willing to do the right thing. So I'm urging GNOC and then National Sport Council, the ministry, to help us with this, because they are the people responsible for sports here. They are the parent bodies. We are 100% behind them. We are 100% in support of what they are doing. So let them just help us with this situation.
All right, that's Mohammed Jimjai, the new Secretary General of Gambia Basketball Association. Gambia Volleyball Federation benefits from new outdoor floor facility. The Gambia Volleyball Federation is in celebration as the Federation of International Volleyball FIVB supported them with a new modern outdoor volleyball floor as part of its support to members association. The facility will be stationed at the Independence Stadium where league games and other volleyball activities will be held. Henceforth, the place will become the main center for volleyball activities in the Gambia. Reacting to the news, the president of Gambia Volleyball Federation, Mr. Bai Dudu Jallo, congratulated the entire volleyball family of the country and thanked the FIVB, Federation of International Volleyball, for the support. I am so happy for this development, he said. You are reminded that this is Senbiance VIP Magazine, VIP TV, 4th edition of sports program. And my name is Seedou, Sanneh, and giving you all you need to know as far as Gambian is concerned. In football, West Coast Regional Football Association has declared its football league season 2019-2020 null and void. In line with the Gambia Football Federation annulment of its 2019-2020 football leagues due to the outbreak of COVID-19 global pandemic and the extension of a state of public emergency to 21 days by the President of the Republic of the Gambia. The West Coast Regional Football Association followed suit to cancel its league season 2019-2020. The new league season 2020-2021 is expected to commence in December 2020. However, the WCRFA will endeavor to support teams financially through the GFF in this trying time. We deeply express our concern over these unforeseen circumstances and wish to thank all of you for your patience, said Mr. Abubakar C, the chairperson. Real de Banjul Football Club has rejected the Gambia Football Federation's decision to represent the country in next season's CAF Champions League. Real de Banjul and Gambia Armed Forces FC were given the opportunity to participate in next season's CAF Champions League and Confederations Cup respectively, as the two teams occupying first and second position before the annulment of league season 2019-2020 due to the extension of the state of public emergency. In a statement from the club, Real de Banjul FC is not only the oldest members of the GFF, but we have always played a cardinal role in the development of football in the Gambia by following the laws and rules of the game. Invest in all aspects of football development, support the GFF to the best of our ability at all times. The club does not want its reputation and those of its members to be unfairly tainted. We feel that the club should have been crowned champions when the league season was abandoned. Real de Banjul, a football club that is leading the Gambia Football Federation Division 1 in development, the Carnival Municipal Regional Football Association has also declared its 2019-2020 season null and void in line with the Gambia Football Federation nullification of all football activities in the Gambia. That was followed suit by the Banjul Regional Association. It has also declared its league season 2019-2020 null and void due to the extension of state public emergency by the President of the Republic of the Gambia and the Gambia Football Federation, the body that is responsible of all football activities in the country, annulment of all football leagues from the first division, the second division, and the Regional Football Association. In the second division also, Latrikunda United, who are yearning for promotion to the first tier of Gambian football, were also dealt with a blow with the annulment of the league season 2019-2020. In the second division, Latrikunda United are leading the table, followed by PSV, Willingara, respectively. Still in football, you are reminded that this is Senbiance VIP Magazine VIP TV sports program, and we are going to the climax of this first edition of sport program. But before we go, let's look at the last story that we have here. In another development, 19-year-old Sanneh Kanye expressed his passion to one day become the president of Gambia Football Federation, although he has never ventured into football as a career. Sanneh Kanye, who is pursuing developmental studies and international relations at Anta Diop University in Dakar, Senegal, spoke of his aspiration and dreams of one day becoming the president of Gambia Football Federation in an exclusive interview. More on that story. Let's hear from Sanneh Kanye.
Yes, I started at the Global Primary School. Then I proceeded to Anne-Marie Jave, which is located just 10 minutes away from my home. And I graduated from the Gambia Methodist Academy in 2019. Yeah, so currently I'm a university student studying at the University of Anta Diop in Senegal, Dakar. Yes, I am 19 years of age. I am currently studying diplomatic studies. Yeah, just like I always say to people, football has always been my passion since I was 7 years old, and since then this has always been my dream to lead Gambian football to success. Yeah, generally the passion keeps me going. Yes, I have, but not for a career purpose. Yes, considering the current state of Gambian football, I mean, we know there's a lot to do as a country. I believe my passion can lead Gambia to success in football. I also want to be part of that game-changing force. You know, let's say, for example, I'm to leave football house in Gambia. I also want my successors to continue with that trend, because this is the country we have. We have to make sure that we develop this country to another level, the football to be concerned. Yes, I've been doing a lot of research. I've also met some of the key stakeholders, most notably the current Secretary General of the Gambia Football Federation. and also some of the key stakeholders in Gambian football. Yes, okay. First of all, I have to be part of a club, which I am currently part of, is Steve Biko. It's a second division side currently, in the Gambian league, and I've joined the club
The Bakau Giant Killers.
Yes, the Giant Killers of Bakau. I've joined the club sometime last 2 weeks, yeah, and I am part of the team.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Okay, I'm equally considering that, but first of all, I have to get my degree. Then I might go into, let's say, diploma program concerning sports management or football management, to be precise. Yes, just like I said, first of all, you have to be part of a club, which I am part of. Then you create the connections with the stakeholders to buy into what you have in stock. Then once that is done, we contest. Then yes. First of all, I want to bring that change. Let's say game-changing football association in Gambia. Now, we all know that Gambian football, we have a lot to do. The status quo doesn't tell well. I want to change the face, shape, and also the dynamics of Gambian football. Two, we need a passionate football association. Now, football deals with that. So I want my body to be that force to see that Gambian football becomes great. Well, you don't necessarily have to be a football president prior to playing football. We have a lot of them in Africa who have not even kicked the ball, and they are currently doing well with their country. So I don't think that means a lot to me. Yes, dialogue is important. We have to discuss. Now, once we discuss, then we'll come to terms and make sure that we move this country to another level. We can do it. One of the problems we have is dialogue. We don't talk, we don't discuss, we don't talk about the issues that are supposed to be talked about. Now, the general problems we have in Gambian football: grassroots development, the state of the league, and also capacity building. Now, grassroots is key. That's the base in football development. Now, once you have the structures in place, then you will have a very, very good football system. Now, first of all, what you do is you create that connection with the government, stakeholders, and also the general public. Now, the government plays a key role when it comes to development of football. Now, they are the key stakeholder, or they are the sole sponsor when it comes to that. So you create that connection with terms of facilities. Now, once you have that, you also have a connection with the Ministry of Basic and Secondary. Well, I think not much is done considering the amount of talent we have in this country. I think we need to go back to the schools, from the primary school, let's say those who are 7 to 16 years of age. Now, there will be a succession plan. That is one of the reasons why we are not currently doing well in football. Grassroots development, as I said, is the base, in football development. So once we go back to the schools, from the primary school, secondary to the high school, we will have a succession plan, and those kids will go up to represent us in the future competitions. Yes, I have a good relationship with the football stakeholders. Not all of the clubs in this country, but most of them, yes. Okay, the media is key when it comes to football development. They are key stakeholder. Not necessarily having a say in Gambian football, but they play a key role, let's say, in making sure that football develops. Fine. I've had numerous radio programs with the media, and I must say that I have a good relationship with them. The media is important. It is key. They can play a key role to make sure that I become a successful football president. But that has to do with the personality. Now, okay, just as I said, the media is important. I cannot do it alone. I need the support of the government, stakeholders, general public. So I'll work closely with the media to see that we move Gambian football to another level. We can do it
dialogue is important. Okay, well, we are not doing badly, but I think there's a lot to be done. The structures are not in place. I would not say the right people are not administering Gambian football, but we need a vibrant football association. Well, okay, look at the Gambian setting. Most of them, or most of the football stakeholders, don't want to help. I must say, they think I'll be contesting, let's say, 2022 or 2026. That is not the plan. I'm working towards the future. Now, this will be even happy that someone young as me is vying for that. But we thank God that I am still going. But that has been my biggest challenge. Well, we don't have the structures in place. Now, the only good mini stadium we have in this country is the one in Jarasoma. It's crappy. You go to the Independence Stadium, let's say the Gambia place. Most of the coaches complain that the surface
is not at good
condition. So that's a cause for concern. I believe the government, the federation, and also the stakeholders should come and discuss this issue, because you need a good playing ground so that those boys will love playing the game. First of all, they have to discuss with the government. Just as I said, the government is a key stakeholder in the development of Gambian football. So they need to come on board, and we change the shape of Gambian football. Well, okay. Just as I always say, we don't lack the talent. What we need is the structure, the right people. I don't want to say that, considering those there, but to be honest, I don't think. Those currently administering Gambian football can lead us to success. I don't think, because the Gambians will at least reach the pinnacle of global football. We have the talent. What we need is the right people, the structures in place, oneness, and also together. Well, they are doing well. They are really doing well, and this all goes down to the league. Once you have a good league, most of your players will be doing well in the top leagues. Fine, we have 2 to 3 players who are playing in the top leagues, but that's not enough. We need to revisit the National League. Once that is done, then we'll have a huge player pool playing in Europe. Yeah, you see, this is the country we have. We have to make sure that we change the status quo of Gambian football. Not only football, the entire
sport
sector. Yeah, be it tourism, you name it. So I think we have to come as one. That is one of the reasons why this country is lagging behind. We are not coming as one. We are not talking. We don't talk. We have to tell each other the truth. So, that is my final message to the public, to the general public. Yeah.
That was Sanneh Kanye, football aspirant, presidency in the Gambia. He is dreaming of one day becoming the president of Gambia Football Federation. Well, viewers, you are reminded that this is Senbiance VIP Magazine, VIP TV, 4th edition of sport program. And my name is Seedou, Sanneh. Over to some Gambian players playing in the international scene, as Musa Barrow and his side resumed training ahead of targeted date of on the 13th resumption of Italian Serie A, and Asan Cisse of his Bundesliga side, Osnabrück, has scored and assisted in 2 consecutive games. In other development, football is set to resume in Spain, Italy, and England, respectively, as it is currently undergoing in Bundesliga. You are reminded that that's all we have time for, but before we go, we take a look of our headlines that we give you. COVID-19 has affected our strategies and plans of bringing back basketball leagues and high school basketball, according to the new Secretary General of Gambia Basketball Association. Gambia Volleyball Federation benefits from new outdoor volleyball floor facility. West Coast Regional Football Association has declared its football league null and void. KMC and Banjul Regional Football Associations also followed suit. Real de Banjul Football Club has rejected the Gambia Football Federation's decision to represent the country in next season's CAF Champions League, and Gambia Armed Forces and Real de Banjul are the two teams that led the Gambia First Division table prior to the unfortunate outbreak of COVID-19 and the extension of state of public emergency. But right now, there is drama in Gambian football as other club presidents are claiming for not signing the proposal sent to them by the Gambia Football Federation. If you want to hear more on that, join us in our next edition of Sports Are here at Senbiance VIP Magazine VIP TV. I've been your presenter, Seedou Sanneh. Until I come your way on Wednesday, bye-bye. Still keep watching on Senbiance VIP Magazine VIP TV until you come away and stay for our unsubsequent programs coming.